Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is and we are
Alright.
We'll be playing Devil vs. Angels, basically. In case you don't know. Yeah, basically, if you don't know how to play this game, if you don't know how we'll play this game, basically, he comes up with a story, Pierce does.
I'm Pierce from PierceToons, if you don't know me.
Yes. And I, being the devil, have to ruin his story. And we'll be drawing it and we'll be showing you guys. So, yeah.
So here's an example without any of the art. So, Troy threw a frisbee to his friend.
Mm-hmm.
His friend caught the frisbee, and it turns out there was a scout there at recess. And the scout was like, "Yo, you guys are really cool." And he just like gave him a check for $10,000. They became star ultimate frisbee athletes. And one day at a game, they like actually won by a ton of points. So they were like the star athletes of 2020.
So then this is how I ruin it. Turns out that the scholarship, he thought that the scout thought that it was someone else. So they took back the money, and then they told the media, and the media and thought that those two boys were disgraceful. That because they lied to the scout, that they lost their jobs, they lost their money, they lost their family, and eventually they sank into depression.
So, normally I would try to bring it back and like say something like, well, it turns out that the media was like, well, now it's like there are these poor, like, fantastic athletes. And I would say something like that. But we're going to actually get into the meat of this video.
Okay. So.
All right. Let's do this. So, one day, there's this circle dude, stickman person named Dave. And, you know, Dave's a pretty average dude. He likes soccer and drinking slushies. He hates bagpipes and itchy hats. And one day, Dave was just walking down the street and he saw this $50 bill. Okay? And the $50 bill was next to this diamond ring. So he was like... So anyway, he said, "Oh man, I gotta return this to its rightful owner." So, you know, he takes the $50 bill and the ring and just rolls out. And, he eventually caught up to this woman, this old woman, and like insanely old woman, like maybe her late 90s, like just so old, like, and like you wouldn't believe how old she was, and she was like, "Oh, thank you."
You said late 90s. And look at you, true.
Oh, thank you. And he was like, "I believe I found your ring." And she was like, "Oh, thank you, my child." And so he handed her the ring, and she was like, "You know what? You keep the $50. So he made it out with $50.
Okay.
$50. I'm just gonna color that real quick. $50.
Okay.
And he was like, "I'm gonna go spend the money."
V-Bucks.
Then.
Okay. So he's like, "Alright, I'm gonna go spend the money." But then guess what?
What?
He goes home and he's like, he tells his wife.
Oh, he has a wife? I pictured him as a kid.
Well, this
kid has a wife.
Yes, this kid now has a wife. So she's like, "No way, dude, that's awesome." Then he describes the whole situation to her. And she like looks away and thinks about it for a second. And she's like, I know exactly what happened. And then she's like, "Oh, take me to the lady with the ring." She's like, "Okay, let's go." So they're like, let's go. So they're back, and then they see the old 90-year-old woman with nice long locks and a beautiful smile.
And she has a ring, remember? That's
yeah, she has a ring. But then guess what? She's like, wow, seriously, you're so selfish. And he's like, what did I do wrong? And she's like, you didn't see what it was? And she realizes that there was actually a note attached to the dollar bill. And then she's like, read the note. And he's like, okay, what does it say? And then it says, will you marry me? And it said his wife's name. And she's like, I can't believe you gave away the money like that. I really wanted to marry you. And now you just threw it away and gave it to this old woman who's just smiling creepily.
The old woman gave him back the money, but
the old woman was hard of sight. And you seriously thought that she deserved it. And oh my gosh, I hate you. Ugh, I'm disgusted by you. And right now, I'm going to walk away, super angry. Ugh, you're disgusting. And the old lady's like,
just leaves.
Yes. There you go.
And so now this guy's like real sad, you know, like super sad, like
super sad.
Yeah. Like when you think Shrek 5 is coming up and then it turns out it's Illumination making a reboot.
Oh,
like that sad. So, you know, he's super sad. Like, you know, understandably. Imagine how sad you would be if you're... Wait a minute. I thought you said he was his wife. Was it his girlfriend or his wife? Decide.
She was going to be his fiance.
Oh, okay. So she was soon to be wife.
No, well, it was wife. I think, no, they were redoing their engagement. Or marriage, because it did so long ago that they're redoing it.
Okay, I think I have a better explanation for the viewers. How about they were pretty much like I know people like older people who are like, oh yeah, we like already knew we were gonna get married, and we just hadn't proposed yet. So there was that sort of situation. So he's really sad, you know, like
serves him right.
Insanely sad because he's not getting married anymore.
He deserves it.
But then
wada.
He remembers. He remembers something that changes everything. You know what he remembered?
His bank number?
No. This is what he remembered. He remembered... Psh, I'm not even Dave. I'm not even Dave. I'm just some actor who was hired to play a prank on the fiancé. I guess I'll leave now. So, anyway, he calls up the real Dave, and he's like, hey, dude, he's like, hey, dude, I did the prank you asked me to do. Anything else you need me to do? When am I going to get paid, you know? Because, I need myself a new Xbox 360. Oh. Okay. You're paying me that $50 that the old lady get. So the guy's mad. He's really mad, but you know what can you do when you're a
he's smiling
improv actor? Not for long.
You can just turn it upside down. Oh yeah.
Oh jeez.
Like
he's
that.
leaving. So back to the old woman. The old woman.
The creepy smile with long hair.
The old woman takes off her mask. And as it turns out, she is actually...
Smile. She's nearly
plot twist. It is actually... Dave!
Smile.
It is actually Dave. So, you know, Dave decides... Okay, the prank's gone too far, so, you know, he takes off the dress. Is going to be censored. He takes off the dress and drops it, and he's like, along with the mask, the old lady mask, in the dress. And he calls up his wife, and he explains the entire situation from beginning to end. He's like, you know what? I am so sorry that I did this to you. I thought it'd be a really funny prank, but it backfired, and I made you really upset, and I was just wondering if you could drive me home because I took off the old lady costume, and I am now naked in public. So, please pick me up now. Thank you. I love you so much, and will you marry me? Yeah!
Okay, no one could have seen that, but while he was doing that,
I dropped the pen, it flew in the air, and Kessie got it.
Yeah,
Mr.
that's
Twik
me.
Got it.
Yeah, they know my name.
Wait, they already know your name, right?
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully.
Name reveal.
So here's Jake from State Farm.
Is his name Jake or Dave? I think we're just
Dave.
He doesn't deserve a name. Remember to censor him. This is a kid's show.
He's got a third nipple.
Okay.
So he just walks up to his wife.
Well, his wife, drove over.
He walks up to his wife with his deformed arm. He's like, it looks like he's wearing a skirt. And his wife is like, oh, hello, honey. And then but guess what? She got this smile on her face. But then guess what happens? Wait.
What happens?
She decides, I need to talk to you. But then she frowns. She's like, I can't believe you did that. That prank wasn't even funny. Even now that I know about it. And she's like, ugh, I'm still gonna break up with you. I know that was a prank, but still, it wasn't very funny. Did you ever think about my feelings? Ugh. Yeah. And then her head, because I didn't bother to draw a body, just walks away. And then guess what? His smile is turned upside down.
I can't believe he stole that.
No. And he's still naked in public.
And
he's like,
so Dave / Jake from State Farm
do you think we're halfway done?
is contemplating life, like, dang, that was horrible. I can't believe that just happened to me. Why, universe? Why would you do this to me? And his third nipple is gone.
Oh, dang it.
That was Mr. Twik's favorite part.
Mm-hmm. That was the best part of the whole story.
So he's like, dang, I can't believe I did this. Come on.
Yeah.
But then this Girl Scout comes over and she's like, hey, would you like to buy some cookies? And, this girl doesn't really notice that he's not wearing any clothes. She just wants to sell him the cookies. And then he's a changed man now. Like, he's so happy that someone actually wanted to get him stuff. He's like, oh, he was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for this generosity. I will. Here's $50.
Hey,
I'll buy
don't
the
accept
cookies.
any money from strangers. Just saying.
But then,
To any kids out there.
yeah.
Any kids that
But then that
possibly watch
lady
our
was
videos.
not the lady. The Girl Scout noticed his au naturel state and was like, "Oh no, oh no."
It's one of these people.
Yeah, it's one of these people. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And then she screams for help. A scream so loud, every cop hears it.
Impressive.
To be continued. Dot.
So make sure to watch our other video. Yeah, it will be a video.
Yeah, so
Each half will be posted on each
that
other's
was
channels.
part 1. If you want to see what happens next, then just you'll have to check out my channel.
Yes.
There will be a link to the video and my channel in the description.
Will there?
There will. And subscribe to Mr. Twik.
Hopefully.
And if you would consider subscribing to PierceToons, I won't complain. But
Yeah. He has more subscribers, so, don't subscribe to him. JK, no, actually subscribe to him. He's pretty cool.
So,
I think.
I guess we'll see you next time.
Welcome.
Bye.
Okay, bye.